everybody, welcome back to another Thrill of the Fight 2 video. Today I'm recording some footage of the Damage V4 update. And as you might know from the title, this is also about the Great Reset, right? Everyone's records have been reset, and so now everybody's on a level playing field. And so I've already gotten my ELO done. I did my first 6 matches the other day. The footage that you're seeing here is going to be footage of some matches that I was playing after that. So after I got my ELO, I was right at around 1500, which is around what I started last time before on my previous record. And then so now I'm kind of moving up the ranks from 1500 in these videos. And so that's what you're going to see here. You're going to see the new damage system, and it's in full-fledged right now. We see this guy getting pressured. I'm doing a lot of work on him, doing some jabs, doing some heavy punches. Looks like I did hurt him pretty good, so I was trying to lay some more hurt on him. But yeah, it's not seeming to work for him there, so he's trying some other things. He's trying to throw some hooks. He did get some good shots in me there though, and that's the cool thing about this system. It really doesn't matter what kind of player you are. If you're boxing properly and you place your punches strategically and accurately, you can land good hits on anybody. It doesn't really matter who you're fighting. But one thing I've really noticed that has improved drastically with this update is just the amount of actual boxing that has come from this update. Like, people can't just mindlessly spam punches now, because if they do and they get caught, they're really going to get hurt. And so if they do something like that, they're going to have to incorporate things like movement, things like strategy, things like feints. So we're not going to see quite as many of these people that are just going around constantly hook spamming. And so that is a huge, huge plus to the game, and I give the devs some serious props for this damage update. And at this point, this guy was pressuring me pretty hard, so I just start laying it back on him, getting my damage points back. You know, I don't want him to gain an advantage in the first round. But he did pretty good, you know, he didn't get hurt too bad, and he survived, so onwards to the next round. Looks like he's throwing some emotes at me. Very charming indeed, with his Andrew Tate haircut. He's got like Christmas colors. Red gloves and green trim trunks. But yeah, I don't know, at this point he seemed like he was kind of getting tired of my crap, because I'd just keep, you know, countering his attacks and smothering him basically. And at this point I really wanted to knock him down, so I was really going for it. I don't know if I actually get it here, do I? I think I back off for a second so I don't take so much damage, and then there it is, there we go. That's where I knock him down, and then I believe he leaves the match because of that. He ends up forfeiting the match, which I thought was quite hilarious, but you know, I can't really blame him for doing that. Oh, nope, he hasn't forfeited yet, so he's staying in the game. Okay. So maybe I'm full of crap there. Doing some nice combos, starting with the body, working my way up to the head. Because whenever his guard's up like that, the only way to really bring his guard back down is to hit his body, so that's what I do. Throw some hits on the body, move back up to the head, and then once I see him pressuring me more, that's when I throw my power punches like that and try to put the ugly face on him and knock him out. Let's see if I actually knock him out again. I don't remember if I do. Oh, there we go. Yep, he gets knocked out again, and I think this is the one where he forfeits. Yeah, there he goes. So he forfeits the match there, which was pretty funny. I got the win, 2 knockdowns. Of course, it didn't count the second round score because, you know, he left the game, but oh well. Still a great freaking match. Now, the second match was pretty freaking interesting because at the start, you know, he actually kind of laid it on me. He was kicking my butt for a good minute there. And, I don't know, it was funny because it did not end how I expected it to end. And I guess you guys are going to see that now here. So as you can see, as the round starts, he starts throwing wild hooks, like hooks right around my guard. I couldn't even block them. Crazy hooks. I don't even know how to explain them. I could not block those things. And he just kept throwing them. He almost got me knocked out right here, and I was like, oh crap, all right, I need to stay on the outside and box him because he's probably a better infighter than me. That's what I'm thinking at this point. So I'm just kind of staying back. He's trying to tell me to get closer and get inside. I'm like, nope, screw you, dude. I do what I want, man. And then I sneak in some punches here, get a nice little combo on his body, counterattack. Yeah, I lay some heat on him right here. He's doing some work too, though, you know. No shadow to this dude. He's actually pretty good at the game. And so now he's like giving up right here. I don't even know what he's doing. He's trying to pretend like he's Ali or something. Trying to like dodge my punches, but I'm hitting him anyway. But yeah, he kept getting me with some pretty good punches. I had to be pretty careful and strategic with him. Really time my punches. Make sure I'm putting in power punches when it counts. Like right there, I almost knocked him down, but then got a clinch initiation there, which was annoying. So then I gotta try and knock him down again, and then right here he's just putting his hands down. And I kept trying to hit him, I couldn't. He kept moving away at the right time. He wasn't really moving his body, but he was using his stick to move his character. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Are you gonna fight or what? Just kind of looking at him, so I'd just kind of get close to him, throw in some jabs, some straights. And then whenever he'd fire back, then I would just kind of try to counter him. Right there, he almost got me again, so I countered him with a nice little barrage at the end of the round there. And then, yeah, this next round I can't really explain what happened. It doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about here. So the match starts, we touch gloves. And, you know, at first we're boxing like normal. He starts throwing his usual hooks and jabs. Which, you know, I'm like, alright, cool. So we're in this. We're doing this pretty good. We're both boxing. I'm laying the hurt on him, though. I'm beating him up pretty good. And so I put the ugly face on him again. So he's trying to come back some more, so I just keep punishing him, dude. He managed to recover right there, starts throwing back. I'm blocking most of his hits, throwing back when I can, catching him when he's throwing his head towards my hand, because that's how the new damage system works. You get stuns from that. And so here I just start beating the crap out of him. He does some really good hev movement here, and I have a pretty hard time actually taking him down. And so he recovers, and now he's just like, yeah, bring it on, dude, bring it on. You ain't nothing. Basically underestimating me and calling me terrible. But I'm just kind of keeping my cool, keeping my distance, not giving him any leeway to do anything stupid, and just keep beating the crap out of him because basically it's a free win at this point. Like I said, like he gave up and just decided to practice movement, I guess. I don't know. Fucking weird. The things these people do in this game just don't even make sense. He's like throwing like swats at me. Swatting me away. But yeah. I couldn't really understand what was going on here. I was just trying to get close enough to him for long enough to where I could knock him down. That's what I really wanted. So I just kept going for him. Kept smacking him in the face with my fists. Right there, just punching him over and over with power punches, like an overhand right, just so I could do that and knock him down. Like, oh man, I was just fed up with him at that point. I'm like, dude, I don't even want to fight you anymore. You're annoying. And there we go. He left the game. So that part was satisfying. I felt good after that. I'm like, ha, get out of my lobby, dude. So yeah, that is the V4 damage updated. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys again soon.